In a small coastal town, there lived a man named Thomas, once a craftsman known for his beautiful lamps. Each lamp he made was unique, glowing with a warmth that made people feel at peace. But one year, after a fire destroyed his workshop, Thomas stopped creating altogether. He told everyone he was fine, but the truth was, the fire hadn't just taken his workshop, it had taken his light. For months, Thomas drifted through his days like a shadow of his former self. The villagers spoke softly when they saw him. Children stopped asking for his lamps. His house, once full of light, became dim, cluttered with silence and ash. One night, a storm rolled in from the sea. The power went out across the town. Thomas sat alone by the window, watching the rain blur the lamplight outside. For the first time, he realized he didn't even have a single candle lit. He searched through drawers and shelves until he found a small oil lamp. Covered in dust, the glass cracked from the fire years ago. He turned it in his hands. Something in him resisted. He whispered, "What's the point? It won't light." But the darkness around him didn't care for logic. It simply was. He struck a match anyway. A first spark died. The second flickered, then caught. A small flame danced in the broken lamp, casting crooked shadows on the walls. For the first time in years, Thomas felt the warmth of his own creation again. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't beautiful. But it was alive. He sat there for hours, watching the tiny flame tremble, and realized that maybe his own heart had been doing the same all along. Morning came. The storm had passed, but Thomas didn't sleep. He walked outside, carrying the little lamp. The streets were wet. The air smelled of salt and rain. Neighbors peeked out of their windows, seeing him for the first time in months. He placed the lamp on the edge of his broken workshop, where the fire had once begun, and smiled. Then, slowly, he began to clean, piece by piece. Wood, glass, metal, his hands remembering what they'd forgotten. Days passed. He rebuilt not the workshop of the past, but something simpler, a small space, open to the morning light. Weeks later, a child came to his door. A girl, holding an old lantern her father had bought years ago. "It doesn't light anymore," she said shyly. "Can you fix it?" Thomas took it gently. He cleaned the soot, replaced the wick, and lit it. The girl's face glowed. "Wow, it's even brighter than before." Thomas smiled, but what shone brightest wasn't the lamp. It was his eyes. That evening, he sat by the sea, watching the sun dip below the horizon. The sky burned gold and deepened into night. He realized something simple. His fire had never truly gone out. It had only been waiting for him to believe in its light again. He whispered softly to the wind, "Even broken glass can still hold a flame." And as the last light of the day faded, the small lamp by his side flickered, steady, humble, alive.